There's been a steady increase in the amount of alcohol-free drinks like wine, beer or even spirits being drunk here in the UK. The hospitality industry is responding by creating a growing number of alternatives, but Britain is still far behind much of Europe when it comes to consuming alcohol-free options, as Essex Car reports.
Gin, wine and even something sparkling.
This one is a little bit more blood orange and rosemary. I really like this one.
The difference is that none of the drinks sold here are alcoholic. This shop and bar is one of several that have sprung up across the UK to cater for a new kind of drinker.
It's definitely not just teetotalers. Our biggest customers are people who still drink. So you've got things that aren't mimics of alcohol, but designed for adult occasions. And that's because 74% of UK consumers are cutting down their drinking. They're looking for something interesting to drink.
There's lots of non-alcoholic beer around, and I like that. And yeah, like it's a good time to not be drinking, I think.
Maybe it's my generation that we are beginning to drink slightly less than we used to.
They do non-alcoholic wine and cheese nights and things like that, so you can enjoy yourself but also still feel good and feel part of stuff.
A completely dry bar may not be to everyone's taste, but the popularity of no and low alcohol drinks does suggest that people's habits are changing, and for many pubs and bars it makes business sense to change with them.
It's happened at this bar in the centre of Manchester, where the drinks menu has evolved in the last few years.
So we've got a selection of non-alcoholic beers now. When I started here, we maybe only sold one. We've got 3 now. And non-alcoholic cocktails, we've got a whole page of them. And it's all about really going with the crowd and really giving the customers what they want. We're not forcing it upon them, we're going with them. And that's how we retain people.
So how keen are people for an alcohol-free night out?
They're good, you can still drive home afterwards. I can be in charge of a wheelchair safely. And yeah, they're just, you know, it's like having any other drink without the fuzzy head.
Yeah, no, I don't see the point. You're paying pretty much the same price for something that...
Depends if you drove it or not, doesn't it, I suppose.
Yeah. I'd say no.
But it's not a case of either or. At this pub, opened by a brewer of non-alcoholic beer, they sell both, with a standard pint costing just 20p more than an alcohol-free one. And while alcoholic drinks still count for the majority of the trade here, the managing director says it's not a category the industry can ignore.
So at the moment, only 2% of all beer drunk in the UK is alcohol-free. We are far behind the rest of Europe. Spain is at 15%. Most of the countries in Europe are already double digits, so already over 10%.
This brewer is braced for a busy start to the year when lots of people may be considering drinking less. But across the hospitality industry, it's clear alcohol-free isn't just for January. Essex Car, BBC News.